Everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do The Boogeyman issue number 2 by our Upshot, made by Mathieu Salvia and Djet. And yeah, there's an alternate cover, so let's dive in. Oh yeah, this has happened last time. I mean, in the book number 1 that I also covered on my channel, so check that out. So this is another Boogeyman, and he has this kid, and I don't know, he wants to harm this kid. And he says, can you tell me how some of you are still alive? So it seems that there's a lot of boogeymans. Everyone has their own house or district. And there's also a boogeyman in this house. And it seems that that guy is, quote unquote, a good guy, but we are not entirely sure. And so this boogeyman wants to, go after it, wants to kill it. For reasons we don't really know for now. So he says, hey, where's the one with the hammer? And but there is also a dog here, and the dog wants to protect the kid. So he attacks the other boogeyman, saves his little boy's life. And yeah, so they are going outside and they're having a fight, but this boogeyman's strong and he hurts the what is it? Is it a dog or a wolf? I don't know. But so yeah, this creature is hurt. But then this is happening. So he says, looky here. There's again the how at all the little sisters. I'm not sure how you say it. Perfect appetizers. Now we're coming back to this little creature here in a little bit, because I had questions before, and I thought to myself, what is that exactly? Is that a parasite or something? Actually, it's not. But then he hears a voice, and he says, finally, I thought you never come out of your hidey hole. All right, so it is the other boogeyman, and he is calling himself Father Death. So the other boogeyman says, come closer so I can see your face. It seems like you're known. And but Father Death says, the harvest is over. I send the host back. Go now. It's the last time I'm going to ask. And the other one says, you don't get it, do you? I don't give a shit about the harvest. What the harvest is? I don't know. Maybe we're going to find out later. Where have you been all these years? There is no more rules, he says. All right. So they're having a fight with each other. And what I didn't notice that he has, wooden legs, some kind of a stomp. And so Father Death actually, rams his arms in his guts, I guess. And he rips him apart, which looks really, really cool. If there is one criticism that I can give this comic, well, the biggest one, I think the color palette is way too dark. In my opinion, I know it's in the night, right? And it's drab and it's raining, but I don't know. It's sometimes, maybe I'm looking a little bit too much into it, but that's my personal opinion. But yeah, maybe it fits the style. I'm not entirely sure, but still, it's pretty dark all the time. So he says to the wolf or the dog, he says, regain your strength, and you're gonna need it. And he eats the corpse, and then Father Death looks at this old woman here, and this old woman was in cahoots with the dead monster. And then he's going inside, and he says, we have to go right now, he says to the boy. They're going to come back with reinforcements, and I won't be able to stop them. And he says that they are after him, and so pack your things, we're going to leave the house. And he says, I'm going to drop you off at the nearest police station. And then the dog and I can disappear. So he goes going through the house looking for stuff. I'm not sure. Maybe this watch has significance. I'm not sure. So he goes to the garage, but then the car is sabotaged, so they cannot go anywhere. And then he drags the little kid outside. And he is, crying because his parents are dead, murdered by the other ones. Father Death says, that's enough now. Crying won't change anything, won't change any of what's happened. He says, there's a time for everything, kid. And right now, this second, it's time for you to be brave. Later, when we're somewhere safe, I promise you you'll be able to mourn your parents. Okay. So yeah, this guy is protecting the kid for reasons we still don't know, and it seems that Father Death is some kind of a big deal. Coming back to that a little bit later as well. And so he looks at the dog and he says, "Did you ask Santa for a puppy for Christmas? And I remember the last year your parents brought you a book on how to train them. You know what? The dog is yours until we get to the police station. You can practice on him." So this little kid, stops the boogeyman and he says, "You scaring him, leave him. You cannot force dogs, ever." And so out of his bag, he, gets some doggy treats. And this boogeyman says, "You'll never get anywhere like that. He's too wild." The boy says, "No animal is ever too wild." So yeah, he's bonding with the dog, which is cool, right? I mean, every boy should get a dog, every little girl too, or a pony, whatever they want. I'm not sure, or a cat. But when I was younger, I also had a dog, and yeah, dogs are great. Glad I had one. So they are. Oh yeah, this goes from here to here. So let's do it like this. So the boy asks, "Why do the other wants to kill me?" "They don't necessarily want to kill you," the boogeyman says. "They want to use you to feed the dark thoughts of their human hosts, our little sisters." These are these small little creatures, So the boy says, "I mean, what do they do with them? They harvest them and then they eat them. Their own sisters? Why do they do that?" "Because there's nothing better and it makes them strong." "Do you eat them?" "Not anymore." All right. So I believe these creatures that inhabit humans or their hosts feed on probably their misery or something. And then when they're all fat up, then these boogeyman comes and eats the little sisters. That's to get stronger and stronger. I believe that's how the cycle of feeding goes. But I'm just filling in the blanks. He says, "I'm the only one that can see you. That's because you're the only one to face your fears. That happens sometimes with children. It's really rare with adults. And how can a police protect me then? I mean, if no one except me can see the monsters." So he says, "Well, you talk too much. We have to get going." All right. And then, getting a little bit too soon. So yeah, we see here at the corpse of the other boogeyman, and it seems that all of these, I don't know, blood or maybe those little sisters are leaving this corpse because maybe he ate them in the past and now they are escaping, I guess. And so there's other boogeyman as well, and they examine the corpse and he says, "Hey, what's happening here? Who would be strong enough to do something like this?" The old woman says, "An elder, but we ate all the elders." And he says, "Think about it. There is at least one that we didn't find. Let me guess, Father Death. How many times do I have to say it? There are no more rules." So it seems this guy is probably the big bad guy in this series, I think. And so they all say, "There are no more elders, and Father Death is no more." Except, exactly, guys, there is only me. So maybe they claim the name of the father of Father Death. I'm not sure, or maybe their powers. If they killed him, who knows? And he says, "All right, I saw him tear Pegleg in two, like some old paper and some old piece of paper. Did you see his weapons? The big scythe? No. And he's acting like the old rules still apply, as though he didn't know about the great massacre." I wonder what that is. So then this guy eats the face of this, Pegleg, and he sees the memories of what's happening. And so he asks himself, why is he protecting the kid? He's weakened. I can feel it. But he doesn't eat me. Probably this is the last memories, what the Pegleg saw in his, through the eyes. Through his own eyes. And he says he's leaving everything to his nightmare, probably this dog. And then, so this guy says, it makes no sense. So he says, I want him on his knees in front of me. I want to know who he is and how he got away from us. And so basically he says, that son of a bitch is mine. Anyone who dares to touch him before I do will be food for my hyenas. Is that clear? And so he orders one of them to send out night killers. Tonight we hunt elder. Okay, I like that, you know? So the big baddie is probably not really a baddie, and he's been hunted by other baddies that wants him dead for whatever reasons. I especially like this shot. You know, I talk about, you know, when it's too dark. I take that a little bit back. Yes, it's way dark, but this shot, this is really, really cool. I like that a lot. I want more of this. I don't know. It just looks great. So Father Death noticed that they are followed, and he says we have to hide, hurry, because these creatures are seeking them out, and then they run away, and there's some kind of a bridge here, and then the boy says, "Who do you think was safe in here? Stay here. I need to check something." And there are people out there. Careful. So I wonder who is saying that. Is this maybe the boy saying that, or his familiar talking to him? Because he says, it's not them I'm worried about. Is there maybe another voice that that belongs to someone that we don't see? I don't know. It's a little bit unclear for now. So he goes to the bridge, and then a voice says, "The bridge is mine." I guess another boogeyman. It seems there's a lot of boogeymans in Old Town. They are in houses, in places, and they're all parasites, I guess. They are feeding off all these little sisters. So Father Death says, "I'm just passing through. I just want to rest." And then the voice stays silent, and he says, "I think we're okay now. Don't be frightened. No one can see you unless I let them." And but the boy sees all these weird things gonna happen, like them using drugs and all that stuff. And the boy says, "Why do they like that?" "Because of them, the little sisters. It's like a pantry." Yeah, as you can see, they are feeding off, pain, misery, and all these little sisters are flying around, eating what's inside of the humans. I believe the misery, the pain, the horror, the fear, I guess. The dog even grabs one of those. So that's very interesting. That's cool to see. But then the boy says, "Is that what you came to our basement for, the little sisters?" "No, on the contrary," he says. But then before he can do anything, he's being attacked by someone else. "Too slow, old man. Too slow," and he's getting impaled. All right, and that leads us to issue number 3. Yeah, I have my reservations about the first one, but I like what I'm seeing, and the small criticism here and there, because in my first video I just wanted to be something else, but then I took a step back and thought to myself, this isn't what I wanted it to be, but this isn't bad either. So this is pretty entertaining, and maybe it's going to be fun. Who knows? Guys, let me know what you think about this. See you next time. Bye-bye.